Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for joining us today for this exciting webinar on innovative coding solutions with Loranger Coatings. My name is Jacques Musique, and I am the marketing director at Loranger Coatings. And we are thrilled to share with you how Loranger Coatings and our strategic partner APHS are revolutionizing this coding industry with cutting-edge technology and sustainable solutions. Joining me today is our CEO, Tatiana Alexander, and our president and founder, Jacques Loranger, who will present our company's vision and expertise. Afterward, I will guide you through the incredible technology behind our products and how they address specific industry needs. Let's begin with Jacques.
Good morning and welcome to all. I am Jacques Loranger, President and founder of Loranger Coatings. Today we are delighted to introduce you to our company as well as our strategic subsidiary APHS for Advanced Progressive International Hybrid Solution and the synergy that unite us to offer unique and innovative coating solutions.
This is our team. We have our president and founder that you just saw earlier, Jacques Loranger. We have our Chief Executive Officer, Tatiana Alexander. You can see me as the Marketing Director, Jacques Musique. We also have our Sales Director, Cédric Nontong, the Head of Research and Development and Production Department, Fadwa Jamal, and lastly, we have Research and Development Project Coordinator, Farida Haddad. Jacques will guide you through the range of product that we offer right now. But before we do so, let me tell you that Loranger Coating has a long-standing commitment to innovation and sustainability in coating industry. By integrating advanced nanotechnology and eco-friendly practices, we deliver solutions tailored to meet the challenges faced by modern industries. Through our partnership with APHS, a leader in research and development and global distribution, we amplify our capabilities to address complex challenges worldwide. Now, let us listen to Jacques and what he has to say about the company's mission and the range of product that we have. Also, we have the recording set up, and we will also share with you this PowerPoint presentation, so you will be able to have all the information. Meanwhile, you can also go to the Q&A section while we're talking. You can think about the questions that you have and write them down. We'll be able to answer them afterward.
Our expertise focuses on cutting-edge coating based on nanotechnology. Through our partnership with APHS, we combine the research and development of new materials with global distribution expertise. This collaboration allows us to offer a complete range of solutions adapted to most demanding environments and complex industrial challenges. APHS complements Loranger Coatings with its R&D-based approach in nanotechnology and its solution adapted to extreme conditions. Together, we share a vision of creating high-performance, eco-friendly, and sustainable coating solutions that meet the needs of diverse industries.
Now we'll listen to our company's mission.
Our mission is clear: to reduce the carbon footprints of buildings and minimize the waste caused by conventional coating. We are committed to offering high-performance, environmentally friendly, and easy-to-apply solutions. Using nanotechnology, we create protective barriers that optimize sustainability and minimize ecological impact.
So our mission is simple but ambitious. To summarize a bit what Jacques was saying, It's really to reduce the carbon footprint of buildings and structures while providing high performance, sustainable solution. This is the vision that drives Loranger Coatings and APHS forward. Now, our Tatiana will be able to explain more about the range of product that we offer. But before we do so, Jacques will also tell us about the families of product that we offer, such as thermal insulation, waterproofing, and all. So let us listen to Jacques and what he has to say about those families of product.
Our thermal insulation reduces energy costs and protects against extreme temperatures, ensuring optimal efficiency and increases indoor comfort. Our waterproofing provides a complete moisture barrier, preserving the integrity of structure and preventing water infiltration. A fireproofing delay and/or prevents the spread of flame, thus enhancing the fire safety of building and infrastructure. Insulation and corrosion protection provide a combined solution to protect surfaces from corrosion and provide high-performance thermal insulation. Our acoustic protection reduces noise pollution, creating quieter and more pleasant environments. Invisible temporary protection, ideal for surfaces requiring temporary protection without leaving a residue, providing a discreet and effective barrier. Primer. Prepare surface for better adhesion of coating and improved durability. Mold protection inhibits mold growth, contributing to a healthy and sustainable indoor environment. Corrosion protection preserves metal surfaces by slowing rust and oxidation, extending the durability of metal infrastructure.
We integrate nanotechnology into our products, enabling them to deliver exceptional performance, durability, and environmental benefits. By working at nanoscale, we've unlocked new possibilities in insulation, protection, and sustainability. How does it work? Well, our coatings incorporate microspheres with vacuum cores. These create a thermal barrier that effectively reflects heat and cold, optimizing insulation and energy efficiency. This is just one example of how nanotechnology enhances our solutions. I think Jacques will be able to tell you more about this technology right now.
To really understand how this technology work, let me explain what's happening when the product interact with the cold or the heat molecule that try to penetrate the substrate on which to put it on. The product is mainly of different particle of product, mainly two ingredients should be taken into consideration: a polymer, a water-based polymer, and little microscopic sphere, ceramic sphere. So when the ceramic sphere react with the polymer, it creates a little vacuum. The way it works, when the cold or the heat try to penetrate the product, they knock themselves with the ceramic particle that's in the product, and most of them are rejected outward. In other words, contrarily to the system that use presently for insulating purposes, the with this instead of letting the air go out or in, cold or heat, whether you're inside or outside, it rejects it and push them away. So that's the way it works. Also, the fact that those ceramic microsphere inside the product reflect 98% of the sun ray. That's another aspect that is taking into consideration. Mainly, that's what's happening. They have discovered that once they treated those ceramic microsphere before we mix it with air, they have the capacity of reacting to another level, as if before they were treated. In other words, once they treated, that's what's happening. In comparison, well, maybe later on I will explain to you when the time comes about the difference between the way we calculate or trig the insulating per wall on the building later on. Once we're going to be at the talking about the insulating product. To you, thanks.
Thank you, Jacques. I hope everybody understood everything about the nanotechnology. And if you don't, remember that you have the Q&A section here available to you so that you can write them down and we will answer them at the end of this presentation. Now is the time for Tatiana Alexander to dive into the exciting products that we offered. It's a really wide range of product, and each of them is classified in a family of product, either thermal insulation or waterproofing, etc. So, Tatiana, the floor will be yours to talk about these products.
Thank you, Giorgio. So I will explain one by one the product range what we have right now. Later on, you guys can give me more questions when it's going to be a session of question and answering. So first product is Thermoclassic Coat. It's our main product, which in insulation range. It's a liquid ceramic coating, which gives a very thin thermal protection, thermal barrier. It can be applied on any surfaces, and it's give a protection to cold or hot purpose. You can use it both. We have also a BioCoat. That's also thermal insulation product, which have combined inside the silver-based antimicrobial agents, which also act as a anti-mold, anti-fungus solution. It protects against condensation and gives antifungal protection as well. We also have a soundproof coating, which is works as a sound barrier, can be used for multiple surfaces. It's also recycled material, made of recycled materials. So we use it mainly on sound barriers on the highways, or it can be used on the floors or roofing in the buildings. Classic, it's a first material we started with. It's our product, which is insulation as well. It's work to the range of temperature from -60 to up 230 degrees. And it can be applied to any surfaces as well. Facade, it's also a range of insulative material. This one was created specifically for vertical surfaces and more porous materials like a beton, brick, wood, etc. It also have best insulation property you can think of. Anti-condensate, it's very specific material, which is two-component one. This one needs a special preparation, but this one works the best if you have to solve the problem of condensations in the piping, in an environment where is the temperature of the room or whatever environment is way much different when the temperature inside of the pipes. It's like a Play-Doh looking material which you have to apply manually. That's the only one which we have, which you have to apply manually, but it gives a 100% anti-condensation solution for this purpose. Anti-rust, it's also thermal insulation material. This one is been created specifically for metal surfaces, and it's have two properties in one, which is anti-corrosion and insulation in one solution. So it can be applied directly to the rust, and it protects from further corrosion and gives insulation. Ignicoat, it's a product which we use as a fire protective product. It's intumescent fire protective coating which expands into foam during the fire if it is there. So it's been created specifically for metal structure. Epicelicoat, it's a solution epoxy silicone coating which has 3-in-1 properties. It's waterproofing, it's anti-corrosion, and thermal insulation as well. It's been created specifically for air acclimatization systems and for metal piping. Aquacoat, it's one of our water protection solutions. It's a waterproofing coating which create a waterproofing barrier. It can be used for exterior or interior on any surfaces. Aquablock, that's also waterproofing membrane, one component one, can go on any surface. That's the one we use mostly for roofing. Hydrocoat, it's also waterproofing solution. The difference is this one was created specifically for underground needs or basements or any structure which have to be covered with soil or can be exposed to the long time in the water. Green coat, it's a temporary protection. That's a very interesting product because it's a temporary protection. It's replaced in the construction, for example, the use of tape. It's been created specifically for glass to protect the windows when there is decorative part of construction being done. So you apply it and then you just peel it off, but it's also can be used on any other non-porous surfaces. Here we go with our primers. Amberwood, it's a primer which is designed specifically for the cellulose materials and fibrous materials. It's have anti-molds, anti-moss, and any other biological organism who can appear on the wood. And it's used to prepare surfaces or on its own. Fungicide barrier, it's similar to amberwood, but this one was created specifically for mineral substrates. Adhesive N, it's also a primer which were created specifically for the bitumen containing surfaces to prepare roofs or whatever else for further protection. Hydro primer, it's also a primer which were created specifically for our hydrocoat solution. It gives a mineral surfaces better adhesion for top coatings which were supposed to be applied after. For Isol, that's also a primer which been created specifically for metal purposes, surfaces. And this product is helps to eliminate the corrosion. So if your metal surface needs to have a corrosion and needs to be treated, that's the treatment.
Thank you, Tatiana, for this comprehensive overview. And as you can see, our solution addresses more of the most of the pressing challenges in the industry today. Whether you are seeking to improve energy efficiency, ensure fire safety, or protect structures from moisture or corrosion, Loranger Coating and APHS are that we have you covered. And we'll now open the floor for, we'll open the floor for questions after this video. That is the presentation of how this product look and where and how you can apply it. It's a little bit more visual of how it is and what it does.
Les amis, ça peut. Incroyable.
So thank you all for uh, following us and paying attention to this webinar. Now we open the floor for your questions, and please feel free to type them in the box or open your mic. Raise your hand first and then open the mic when we are designed to ask your questions. And right now, Jacques will be able to talk to you more about the webinar and the video. So, Jacques, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I just want to answer a question that is always asked to us. What's the R value of our product? To understand the question and to elaborate a little bit more about both technology, because don't forget, this is a technology that we imported from the European country, and it's very hard to understand it when you don't know how it works. As I tried a bit to elaborate before, how the product reject the heat and the cold, I will make the comparison now with the system that we use here. The system we use in Canada is come from the British system. The way we calculate the resistance of the cold of the heat penetrating our wall. In fact, to elaborate a bit more, I will take the construction of a wall. You have all the subtract one after the other, and the government or the instance, the political instance, give R value to each of the product. Like the brick could be 0.5 R, the space air is 0.5, and you have this wind paper that they will give a 1.5, and then you have the black tentes or the plywood or aspenite that they use before they put the 2x6 on it and put the insulating mineral wool. Then you have a plastic. Everything is calculated. You have a forens inside and outside before the brick and before the G-Proc, and then they put the G-Proc, the paint, and that's it. Then they calculate, they add all this, and it comes to 22.5, where they will say the R value for this wall is 22.5. But the way it is calculated in the European country is different. They calculate what they call the lambda. The lambda being the number they give, and the smaller the number, the better the lambda is. That is, the lambda is the conductivity efficiency of a product. Alors, it's hard to give an R value to a wall when we apply our product because the calculation is not the same. So if you have any question toward that, I will try to answer it. But the main difference is it's a different way of calculating, but it has been proven from the laboratory tests that were given that are the product that we sell, because before we try to sell the product when we first start to import it in Canada. We have ourselves tested the efficacy of the product, mainly because we want to make sure that what was said on the information, the material data sheet, that it was true. So those were done by a laboratory called C-Term, which is located in New Brunswick. We didn't know at the time, but we've been doing business with them for a while now, but they're the best in the world. Everybody from any other country, and we belong to their info letter, and we could see that they're the best in the domain. So this precision being brought, when I say that we deal with them, like I mentioned before, we tested the product for their efficacy energetic before we try to sell them. But we also been testing our own recipe that we creating with the CNRC Paris, which as if you don't know, is the main innovation research subvention Canada program for people who bring innovation into Canada, and the expertise of CPROC, because we are affiliated also with CPROC, with the IPHS company. Our goal is to produce all the product we import one after the other. It's not for tomorrow, but it's in our mission. I hope this put a bit more comprehension into what I was trying to tell you about the difference between the R value and the calculation of the efficacy energetic that we have to use to evaluate our product. Thank you, Jetu, and everybody.
Thank you, Jacques. I also saw that there's a question asked in the chat. Before we answer this question, I want to tell you guys also that Tatiana is the head of our customer support and technical support, and she will really be able to answer a lot of your questions. And we also have a huge expert team based in Europe also to provide information about the product in more in details. And also, before we answer those questions, I will quickly show you our website and how you can register as a distributor. And we in the backlog will be able to share documents with you and open your account for you so that you can access all the documentation that you will need as a distributor. So on the website, we can rapidly go on the website, and you will see on the right there's a register button. The website is www.lorangercoatings.com. This is the English version, and you will be able to register here. Or you could just also go to lorangercoatings.com/register, and this will also guide you through the portal where you can create an account and register as a distributor. We've also shared a link in the chat about the technical data sheets of the products that we have that really provide all the information about each product that you have. It will trigger a password that we will share with you as a distributor too, since you want this to be a secured information. And the password is, I have it. It will give you this type of visual where you will see the product gallery, and you will be able to download all the data sheets here in each kind of product that you see on the list that is listed here. And as you can see, this is really a wide range of product for a lot of types of problems, so prevention and protection for different type of surfaces. And we have Michael here that asked a question. Michael, if you want to be more precise also about your questions, I invite you to open your mic and ask the question, and either
Yeah.
Jacques or Tatiana will be able to answer you.
Wonderful. Okay, so my mic, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, so just to get a better feel for the industry of mining and industrial, I just wanted to see if someone on your team could share an example of the company that is purchasing the material, the department within that organization. So let's say it's a mining application. What department approached to ask the questions on the materials that they're going to be buying? The products that you sold them, how much volume did you sell them? And is it a one-time or is this an annual repeat sale?
I'll answer that. The way we started with the mine, we were approached with two guys who were working in the mine field in Nunavut and Fairmount. And one of the, because they knew about the product, those guys, they form a company to apply our product in mine industry and elsewhere up north in Quebec. So the first thing that what they do, they order the product from us, and Tatiana received their demand. I mean, usually they tell us what the problem is, and we find the solution for them. One of the first one I had when we first dealt with those two guys, they wanted to learn about our product, and then they decide, like I said, to form their own application company. I was mentioning to them that one of the reasons was that a figure was going to make a very large impact into the society when I decided to bring this technology in Canada, is that I have a construction company with my daughter for the last 16 years, and I've been working in construction on and off for 40 years. So I was always get upset with the people that throw the insulating pad in the garbage, the mineral wool and the rock wool, for the simple reason that we know that 1,000 years from now, it will still be there because that never go away. I was telling them I never threw a piece of mineral wool in the garbage. I know when this is happening in Quebec, and it probably happened in your province too, and everywhere in the rest of Canada. I say that because we check out 1 year, there's 318,000 tons of mineral wool and styrofoam that were thrown in the garbage. So if you walk on the road and you see there's a construction, you will see on the bin, sometimes there's even brand new pack of mineral wool that was thrown away because it worth about $48, so it's not worth for an employee to bring it back to the store. So I had mentioned to them this fact. They knew a company that had to bid on the contract of taking off the mineral wool on 180-degree hot water pipe that were going through the mine. And the reason they're doing that is because when they do insulate the pipe with the mineral wool, well, there's condensation between the pipe itself and the mineral wool. So after 4 or 5 years, every 4 or 5 years, they have to take it off because it doesn't work anymore. Once the insulation is wet, it doesn't work. So what they do, they take it off and put it in the garbage. So we suggest to him to do it the way they do it in the European country by using our product. So they did that. You saw a little bit of that in the little video that Gerto showed you, a guy with a yellow vest painting a pipe. So they did that, and after 2 coats, they put their hand on it. So that was for them an application that they're proposing to the rest of the mining community. Every now and then they order us 20, 30. The next one, I think the one that they order now and that we're going to deal with is 30 pail, for example. So they also use anti-corrosion product on the dock because those docks need to be protected more than regular industrial air duct because they expose it to the saline vapor from the water. Those mines being near a salted water place, location, so that they realize that if they don't do anything every 3-4 years, they have to change the duct. They full of rust and the rust made hole in it. They also use it to on wall and on ceiling if they renew or paint their campus, the place where they live, the guys live, or the gym or whatever, the cafeteria. They use it on the roof to insulate it more. And you have to remind that over there often it's minus 45 degrees, you know, and the winter lasts 7 months. So this is in the mine where we usually we mainly use some of the application that they do. They also use it on anywhere they want to reject or protect a firewall or something with a fire product. On the other hand, as far as industry here and the way where we use the product here, you see most of them on the video, whether it is here or in the province or even in other country, the propane gas tank has to be protected from causing a lot of condensation. So anywhere where there is a condensation problem, we got the product that we sell for this purpose too. Naturally, the main product, like Tatiana was saying, is our thermal product, the thermal insulating family. Mainly because they're very easy to apply. You've seen in the video that we did a warehouse, a full warehouse of the ceiling. You know, guys on the scaffold and one guy downstairs preparing the product and changing the pail, so he's there with the gun and shoot. So that was, from what they say, their saving was 15 to 20%. So we put 3 coats of that material on that. So the goal here is to understand that all the product that we use has a very an excellent ROI, which is return on investment. We did the wall too of parking, you know, to insulate the parking. In an hotel, they redid their cooling duct and heating duct, even in the garage. And they were very happy because before they approached us and asked us how to solve the problem, they would have to take down the duct because there was about only that much space between the duct and the roof. So the way they did it with our liquid product, instead of using hard material insulating product, is they shoot on one side half of the conduct, the duct, the square duct, and they did the other half by the other side. So they didn't have to do any change as far as getting it down to insulate it or to repair it or whatever. So this is some of the application. Like Tatiana said, here we didn't do it much yet, but in the European country, they use it very on a large quantity on inside the house or outside the brick, because they just instead of changing the brick, what they would do is apply the cement between the brick where it needs to be applied, and then they will apply 2 or 3 coat of our product. Just reminding you that they could color, usually they color a beige or red brick color, but they could put it any color, you know. If some of them even did street that we see in the report where they have one house blue, one yellow, one red, you know, because it's from their flag, country flag. So also, I'd like to mention that we are in Africa now. Sale at Loranger Coatings that you don't see Cedric there below the page is there now for 27 days, because we have meet them, and they here we use a product mainly in up north Canada, or in both situations, that is stopping the cold more than stopping the heat. But over there they have to stop the heat. So we have talked with them, and we know, because we did some research too, intensive research, that 90% of the roof there are made out of tin. So most of the time the average temperature is between 30 and 45 degrees Celsius. So imagine the poor lady inside cooking some lunch for the kid, you know. So we had this experience of applying our coating, thermal coating, on the roof before with a customer we have in Chile and other country around the Chile. And we knew that was going to work. Another big problem they have in all African countries is that the wall, whether it's made of cement or wood, it has a lot of moisture, enough that when they paint on the wall, the paint just comes out, peels off with the time. So we have the BioCut solution that is specially made for that, and this is one of the products that we are applying now at Cameroon to start with, but we have requests for 6 or 7 other countries who wants to use this principle to help the population. While we talk about emission, I have to tell you that when I start to take into consideration that I should bring the technology in Canada to help the population, because that was the main goal to start with, we know that as it is, what's killing us now, the population worldwide, is the heat. So we know as a team that we could do our share, whether it's here in Canada, Ontario, Quebec, or anywhere in the world. We could bring them a solution to maybe not stop the heat from going out, but restrain them in many cases so that it wouldn't be so hot, so we'll do our share by cutting the amount of heat that is getting out in the atmosphere, which caused the ozone layer, the GWG. We know that. I think that's the way we could reduce the GWG. So I hope that put a little bit of answer of what you were asking. If you want to keep on or follow another question, a supplementary question, as the politician will say when they have their time to speak. I'm open to it. Thank you.
Okay, let me just ask a very simple question. So what are the top industries and what are the top products you're selling? I don't need the whole product line. If you could narrow it down to what industry and one product.
Tati, you want to take this one?
Sure. The top products always been insulative products. As you've seen on the presentation, we have quite few of them for different surfaces and different purposes. So insulative materials were always our main materials we're selling, but waterproofing as well have a lot of requests.
Okay, so thermal heat, thermal cooling products, and water retention products. So what industries are you approaching for those? So we don't sell this product currently. And if we wanted to approach a business, so we're going to go approach a mine site, I need to know what department we would approach, what product we're going to ask them if they're interested in getting more information. And with that, when we sell it to them, is this a one-time buy or is this an annual sale?
Jacques, I'll let you answer this question.
Sure,
The mine
sure.
industry, your profile.
Well, like as I mentioned to you, we when we sell to the mine, it's not us that really approach them. We just give them information of what a product could do, and they're the one who bring us the problem, and then we'll find them the solution.
So what problem? What is their top problem? Are you selling them thermal insulation on piping? Are you selling them waterproof on piping?
Yeah. Thermal insulation on piping for our thermal insulation also has an anti-condensation purpose. So
Yes.
it's ideal for them. They have to understand that. They do understand that instead of replacing the mineral wool on the pipe, every 4 or 5 years, we have the solution that will last for 10 years. And if even there's something that break when the pipe is insulating with mineral wool, they know very well that by the time they discover that there's a leak, it could be 30 feet from where the leak is that it starts to leak. But with our product, it will be right there, and they fix it. Just get the pail out, mix it and paint it 2 or 3 coats, and that's it.
Yeah. So is this more of a surface application, or is this any of this underground?
It depends of the need, like I said, of the problem. For the purpose of the piping there, it's like you've seen you remember seeing it in the little video?
Yes, I saw it. I was very interested. I have printouts of it as well. Now, at the mine sites, is this the building maintenance department? Is it the engineering department? What department am I going to approach?
It has to pass by the engineer.
So engineering department?
Okay. Yeah, and I tell you right now, because we won't hide anything here, whether it's negative or positive, because we want to make sure that everybody go in the right direction and everybody is satisfied 100%.
Now, on their preventative maintenance schedule, is this something that needs to be applied every 3 months, once a year, one time only?
One time only, but one time only, but you know, yeah, one time only.
Okay.
It will last 10 years, every
Okay.
10 years.
I'm just trying to get a
So,
better idea of what departments we're going to approach first on the products, keeping it simple to
well,
get a
I
few
tell you,
products cataloged, and then we can expand the line into more and more.
sure. I have to explain to you that it took a while to reach the right person in the mine department, because the
Yes.
reason is that they work 14 days and then they go off for 14 days and
Oh,
then they come
yes.
back for 14 days. So when they take vacation, some of
Yes.
them, most of them, as 4 weeks, they take the 14 days that they work, and so they're gone for a month and a half.
Yeah.
So you try to reach one person, you reach them. Oh yeah, they're very excited. They go see their engineer. It takes 2 weeks for him to answer. Whoop, he's gone on vacation, so he won't be back a month and a half later.
You're right. So we
So
have a
when,
large network within our group, as well as within our sister companies for contacts throughout the mining industry, and we've been dealing with them for well over 30 years. So we're very well connected. It's just the key point persons, like you were mentioning, who can actually understand this product, find the need for this product, and order something new to replace what they already have.
yeah, well, they like I said, most of the time is the engineer. They're the
Okay.
one who talk to the boss, but then it has to, in Fairmount, it has to come back to Montreal, go back to Toronto, come back to Montreal, go back to the mine.
Yes. Yeah. In Sudbury, we
So
have Vale and Glencore,
yeah.
are
Yeah,
the largest companies here.
there's also another product that we don't have here. It's not a product, it's a technical solution that we can bring to the flow of the material in the wagon, because sometimes it freezes in the winter, their product, so they have to go back with some of the product stuck to the wall. We also have, with another company, a solution for that. Keep that in mind when you meet them, because they all have this problem.
Well, if you could share some customer testimonials of Thermal Insulate that they continue to buy the product from you, that would help us.
They're not very strong in in answering those things, but we will check, see what we have, and we'll ask our applicator to share with us some of the things.
Very good. This will help our sales team to approach the right department.
Sure. Okay. So there's a question here. I'm reading. Cathy.
Tatiana has answered a lot of questions.
Yeah.
If you wanna put an emphasis on those questions, Tatiana, the floor is yours. Be mindful that we don't have much time left, but we'll make as quick as possible. But also remember that the website has a chat button, and if you click on it and you text us here, we will be able to answer all the questions again. If you thought of questions after this meeting, we will always be available for you to answer those questions. Tatiana, you can take the mic.
Thank you, Gerto. I think I answer everything unless there is more questions after my answer. But I also want to, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I also want to
In the Q&A
mention
section, there's also Ron Scholar. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to mention what we're going to have a recording of this meeting today. So you guys feel free to forward it to your team member who you think would be useful for. And we will prepare for you soonly another webinar, which could be more deeply dive into application process for your applicators if you plan to use them. As we were mentioning before, we prefer our distributors to be involved into application process because it's require certain knowledge. So this second webinar we will prepare soon or as soon as you guys need it. And that's it. Thank you so much for being there.
Jacques.
I just want to answer Cathy about the Canadian standard and in the mine, what's the word? The norm, les norms. We have them all, but they all the same. The ISTM and the GOES had the same number. The mine, they don't give a heck. They told me, one engineer told me, if the product come from China and it work, we'll take it. So they don't check those kind of things. In construction here in Quebec, they do. I give you an example. Here in Montreal, there is 30 to 40% of the apartments that are full of moisture. And we can't even get there, mainly because our product is not approved for the construction norm in Quebec. And they do that mainly because of the lobbying that it caused, you know. I give you an idea about the lobbying. We were in Timmins, where you are, and when we met the guy that fixed the insulation of the pipe, and I present them my product, the guy answered me, I'm never going to use your product. I have a contract with the mine here. It would last probably 1 month, 5 guys working there. And you come and tell me that within a week and a half, 2 guys painting you paint, they're going to do the job. I said, yes, because it's the truth. So we kind of bring, you have to keep in mind that toward the contractor that going to work under you or with you, some of them think that we're bringing a disruptive and even a destructive technology, which is true because it costs much less and the workforce is much easier to do with our product, but it's not everybody that is willing to accept it. Like the answer I gave to this guy when he told me that, I said, we often say that we're about 10 to 15 years behind some European technology. Well, this is one of them. So Tati, I hope that answered a bit your question.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay,
Also,
I saw that.
I just want to say a little thing also that once you register and you tell me if it's wrong, Gerto, once you register as a distributor, you will have access to the easier access to the more information that's in the technical form of
Right.
the information.
Right. Good.
Okay.
I think Nick was trying to ask a question. Nick, did you have something that you wanted to ask? You had your hand up there, Nick.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Yes. This is maybe just a little more product specific. You're talking about the firewall product. I think it was Nico Coat.
Yes,
Nico?
fire protective coating.
There was 2 things mentioned that I got. One was an application on steel, and the other one was on firewall specifically. So is that 2 different products or the same product? And I put my hand up because you're talking about the construction code. Would that product, like I know Canada has specific structure codes when it comes to fire protection. Is that the same product? And have you come up against that scenario at this time?
Yeah, so that's the only product which we have in the fireproofing solutions. And the code which you mentioned, to be honest, I would like to look at that particular code. This is why we prefer to have exact request of the client so we can verify, because our standards, it's European standards. We have some certificates, but we also have testing we've been doing. So this particular product is made for metal surfaces, metal structure, but we did the testing in-house and tested, as you've seen in the video, with the wood, plywood covered with this material, and plywood didn't catch a fire neither. So it does have, how you say it?
Retardant.
Yeah, so the fire come through it, but the wood itself didn't burn. So again, in order to answer your question related to the code, if you can provide me what's the number of the code so I can learn it and verify if it's same one which European standard have. So then I can answer this question more detailed.
I want to
Okay,
add something.
fair enough.
I want to add something to Nick. When I was first introduced to this product, the guy told me that this product saved life in the European country. So I said, "Oh yeah, how?" Well, we know very well that when there's a fire, if it's a wood fire, the building will collapse much faster than if it's a steel metal. But the steel metal will get crooked before. So he told me by some of the city or town, when they erect a new building, they have to protect all the column with this product because it gives them 2 more hours for the firemen to go inside. So that's the way he explained to me that this product can save life. So it's an argument that is truly usable in an argument of sale, you know.
Right. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
The other quick question that I had, and I might have missed it, is there any products that you can cover asbestos with? I know that's a concern some places, and they do coating. Do you provide a product that is comparable to what's out there, perhaps?
Tati, I think that if they use the impermeable product, it would stop the effect of the asbestos. It has to be proven, but effectively, nothing goes through some of this impermeable product.
To be honest, that's a really great question for our chemical department. So far as I know, because I'm more in the physical properties of material that's involved like chemicals, but it's a good question. You know what? I'll ask our chemists about that, if water protection can protect exposure of to asbestos. I'll answer to you in the email. I can't answer right now, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you.
By the way, we love those questions because we learn from it too, you know, once this thing is so when we see one that we didn't know yet, we kind of get excited to find a solution.
And it's a material for us to update our Q&A on our website. So in next month you will see all these questions answered in your Q&A section in our website also.
Okay, can we there's one last question. Can we address the question that Ron Scola had asked in the Q&A?
Yes, Ron Scola said, is special training required to apply the coatings? And if a customer requires a contractor to, do you have any company that you would recommend for applying these special coatings? Tatiana, can you answer this question? It's in the Q&A section.
Sorry, I missed that.
Yes, is special training required to apply the coatings?
Okay, yeah, that's the question exactly about the second webinar, which I were mentioned. It's not specific training. I wouldn't say it's like a specific technological training, but it does need some understanding in how you prepare a surface and prepare the coating for application. So the question is yes, same time is not a complicated kind of class you have to take. So we will prepare a webinar for you guys in order to show how it's actually work, how you mix it. We will explain all the details about surface preparation and preparation of the coating and application, different equipment which can be used for this purpose. But it's a great question. So if you feel free, please to send your questions related to this particular topic. So this way we can create our webinar based on your request.
So Ron's question had two parts. You answered the
Yes.
first one about training, and the second one, do you have contractors that we can hire
We
to go
do.
apply this product?
We do here in Quebec.
Okay. Are they
But in
also in Canada?
Ontario, to be honest, that's not our business strategy to, to get over to everything. It's just impossible because main concentration for us right now, it's research and development. This is where we put all our forces to create new products, more ecological products, etc. So we prefer to give it to subcontractors.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
that's something that we're gonna have to work on ourselves, Michael.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
for us,
is it just a painting company that's going in?
Yeah,
We can
painting.
talk about that after.
yes.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like contractor who we have here, it's a construction guy who has his company and he has a team of painters. So we give them our video explanation how we do it, or Jacques sometimes come on a site and show it to them. That was the years before when we started. So now on, we know how to use it. And when we have a client who don't wanna, like mostly we sell to our distributors and they involve into applications. But in a case scenario when it's a, I don't know, specific request and they want us to supply the application, when we send a guy who already know how to do it. And again, it's nothing too complicated.
I have to add to that the applicator that we have in Rivière-du-Loup, which is a bit east of Quebec here, those guys they used to go to they are used to job in Nunavut or Nunavut. So I'm sure if like he told me once, if the price is right, he will go anywhere. So if it's the case, this is what he tell me. I don't want to answer for him, but I know they are very capable of doing it, and they have the necessary equipment and trucks and manpower to do it. So if it ever happen, you go through us, and we will talk to them and explain the situation, and then we could put you in contact with them. As a matter of fact, I hope you really do, because if you do that, it's because you would have buy so many products that you don't have time to apply it yourself.
Okay, I think we made the round table of questions already. Be mindful that if you have any other questions, you can text them on the website or email us. You have our emails in the PowerPoint presentation, and we will send it to you afterwards, so you can read this in detail. You will also have access to our portfolio and the wide range of product that we have, and you can also come up with any type of problems that you can notice, and we will go ahead and find the solutions, since, as Satana said, that we concentrate our force in research and development. And this is really a pleasure for us to come up with this innovation in Canada. We are also expanding in Africa right now, in Cameroon. As Jack said, we have our sales representative out there spending 2 months trying to train new applicators and distributors in Africa, and we really hope that we can expand it to the rest of Canada and other countries. We have no limits. And I think that's all for today. Thank you again for your participation and your interest in our innovative solution. And we hope that we have demonstrated the potential of our products and how they enhance the sustainability and energy efficiency of our projects together.
Really, really appreciate you putting this on. We all learn in different ways, and it's nice to hear the way that you explain things versus how, when you read it, you don't necessarily have a perfect idea of how
Exactly.
it's going to work. So this was really, really good. Thank you so much.
You're quite
Yeah,
welcome.
very good. Thank you.
Have
Lots
a
of
great
follow-up.
day. It was nice to seeing all you guys and talk to you guys. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Again, have a good day, everybody.